Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody. Over 1,000 subscribers. To me, that is absolutely amazing. What we're going to do today is we were in this area back in the winter, and then I came back in either late April, early May, and we set up 3 cameras. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to check the cameras, and we are going to set up a ground blind for this fall. We're just going to grab the chips and exchange them, and when I get home I will view what's on them. Hopefully there's lots. And so when we set up the blind, there's a few factors that we're going to factor into this. This area is going to be a evening blind. There's no way I can get in here this early in the morning without spooking everything out of the area. I just timed it to get to this spot where the first camera is. It took me an hour and 15 minutes. So it's not going to happen. So definitely a good evening blind. So when I set up this blind, there's a few things we need to factor in. Wind on the side of this hill and sun. I always want the sun to my back, and obviously wherever the trails are and such, I want the wind in the proper direction. So we're gonna have to look around pretty hard and figure this out. So this is the first camera that we set up. Like I said, we're just gonna change the chips and head over to the next 2. We'll see you there. Okay, well, I found the second camera, and I had marked these on my phone, and I tried to find them without using my phone. Impossible. The area has changed so much with all the greenery. I walked circles around here, and then I finally had to pull out my phone, and I was 100 feet that way. Anyway, this camera is going to be interesting because it's been flipped over. Something's opened it. I'm assuming maybe, I don't know. So these pictures should be pretty interesting. Let's just open and see if the chip is still here. This way, or if the camera's turned off. That'll be another indication of what happened. Camera's on. I just turned it off. And the chip is here. So, it was definitely an animal. Anyway, very excited to see what was on this. And we still have one more. I didn't mark it, but there's a trail here that led me to this. When we came in the last time, I followed the trail. There's a trail right here, and I can see it very clear. I just have to follow that probably about 100 yards that way, and I'll run into the other camera. And I'm also thinking over here for the tree blind, because there's a bit of a bank. Anyway, we'll scout around and look. And that's east, that's west. So I want to be looking this way. So for an evening hunt, I want to be looking east, sort of thing, or south, or a little bit north. I want the west behind me, so the sun's not on my face, and if there's an animal, they have a hard time seeing me. Anyway, very interested to see what's on this chip. It should be interesting. Okay, let's swap chips and head to the other camera. Okay, well, this is turning out not to be quite as easy as I anticipated. Okay, well, it's been an hour, and finally found it. So what I did, I set all my stuff here, there, and there. And then I just started doing circles and circles. And I finally found it. So let's go and have a look and I'll show you. So, it's confusing again, but it's up there. I remember being in a bunch of small trees. Okay, I see it. See it? Do you see it? I sure as hell didn't. Okay, one of the giveaways. This is the trail. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Anyway, the trail runs right through here and right up there. It's a beautiful trail. So then, ta-da, here it is. See it? Oh. I was seriously gonna have to give up on this. I spent an hour just circling this area. And I'll show you something. So there's the camera. There's the camera. Then, if you look down through here, down there, that down there is where the other camera is. So when you set things up and you leave them for so long, it's crazy. Like this looks nothing like when I was here in the spring. Anyway, note to self, pay a little more attention, I guess. Okay, let's switch chips. Okay, so we're back to struggling. I'm trying to find a spot where I can see up where that camera is, because that is a fantastic trail. And then the other camera is that way. So what I'm trying to do is find a spot where I can see all of that and a spot where I can see all of this. And it's just not coming together. Okay, so I found the spot. We're going to use this tree, and this tree. We're going to run a rope through here, put up some netting, and then a whole bunch of trees, and clean this up. The bears have been here, and we are going to speed this up so we don't bore the heck out of you. Okay, well, turned out not too bad. This thing's gonna blow around for the next month and a half and all that other stuff, so we'll see how it goes. I'll probably come back in about a week because I want to get new batteries in that other camera and just check everything again within a week of me setting this up. This stuff stinks. You know, you're probably wondering, why are you out here in August doing this? Well, this is the time to start setting these things up, especially when I'm using fresh stuff like this. This stuff stinks. It needs to get weathered. The scent needs to go, because if I come in a couple days before hunting season and put this up, I'd never see anything here. These deer they can smell this a mile away. Let's pack up and start heading out, and then I'll show you this area. Okay, so the other camera is actually over there. So as you can see, pretty good shooting lanes. All the ways there, over there. And then we have Sophie. And then over here, you can see the side of the hill where the sun is. So, you know, if we just kind of clean up this area a little bit, we'll definitely have good shooting lanes there, and down through here. It doesn't take much, a little bit of these limbs and stuff. It'll all be gone. Thirsty? Here, come on. Here. Soph, come here. Okay, let's back up and get out of here. Sophie, come. Come. Come on. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You're in my secret hunting spot. On the way in here, I saw a really nice buck with a doe and a bear. I thought I had video on my phone with the deer. Apparently, I hit the button twice. I have no idea. Broadside, big rack in velvet. Oh well. Anyway, we're in here. I'm just gonna set up a few cameras quickly, because once again I want to get these cameras set up and so that there's no scent around them. Okay, so the camera's set up. I'll quickly show you the trail that it's on. Goes up through there. And Sophie. Okay, well, let's move along and get the other two set up. Okay, well, I just kept walking on that other trail and took a couple branches, and I found another pretty good trail, and it's probably 200 to 300 yards from the other one. This trail's like, wow. So we're gonna put another camera here. Okay, camera set up, and I just noticed something else. So I'll show you here. So that trail comes up here and then goes that way, but it also branches off and goes up that way. So that's good news. So it's always better to have a camera where, you know, everything branches. And this is the camera here, right there. And it is gonna catch that trail coming down here. So I think it's a pretty good spot, and there's only one way to find out. We'll turn it on and we'll come back and check it. Okay, so the final camera is up right here. The trail runs this way and goes this way. I gotta knock a few branches down. It's nice to do this in the wind too. You see everything that's gonna move, so you can eliminate the problems now, so you don't get 100 pictures or 1,000 pictures of stupid tree. Okay, well, this is it. We're gonna head out of here. I certainly do appreciate you watching, and if you've made it this far in the video and you haven't subscribed, you might as well do it. It would be great. It'd be fantastic. And I promise to keep putting out these videos. And my videos are not the same thing over and over again. It's a little bit of just adventures, right? Whether it's at the cabin, doing this, coyotes. Throughout the week, you're going to see a lot more short videos, just to kind of give you an idea what I've been up to. So, anyway, on that note, we'll see you soon.